नमस्कार, माझं नाव ॲडव्होकेट निलेश धुरी. मी आज तुमच्याबरोबर आरक्षणाबद्दल माझे विचार मांडणार आहे. सो आरक्षण म्हणजे काय? आरक्षण म्हणजेच रिझर्वेशन. सो रिझर्वेशन is a system which was introduced in the year 1949 by our own Vishwaratna Babasaheb Ambedkar. Why was it introduced? This system was introduced by Babasaheb because he went through the history and whatever topics had happened in history. Certain examples like our own Shahu Maharaj, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj, they were deprived of preaching their own religions openly. And there were many other examples. And hence, Baba Sahib thought that there should be an equal opportunity made for each individual, each citizen of the country or the community as and when required. So, through Article 340, Baba Sahib introduced this system of reservation in our constitution. How was it introduced? This was introduced through certain commissions. So to name a few, there's the Mandal Commission. There are certain backward commissions, and currently there are certain national commissions which are working on reservation topics. So it was that these commissions who were established, they were made to study the entire situation of a specific state, of a specific community, or on case-to-case basis. And on submission of that report, only then reservation was to be given to that specific state, to that specific community, and to those specific people. Now, what will reservation give, or what has reservation given us? It was implemented for social justice and equality of each citizen here in India. Now, through reservation, it was an opportunity for each citizen to come together and, as per his strength, you can serve the country. So, to give an example, in many professional sectors, like you can say, so medical, engineering, there are railways, there are many other professional sectors, right? So wherein the lower category people, they don't get that much of opportunity to serve the country in spite of having their own talents, and hence here reservation comes into picture. So that person, his or her, they don't have that financial background, financial strength, but if they are that much of knowledgeable, they can come together and they can do something for the country. This was the goal of reservation as set as a system during those times. Now, during those times, after doing certain studies by the commissions, there were n number of reservations given to different states here in India. So, example, there are around 7 states who have more than 50% of reservations, and there are more than 10 states who have around 30 to 50% of reservations in India. To name certain states, there's Tamil Nadu, who has around 69% of reservation. There's Haryana, who has around more than 62% of reservation. So these states already have these reservations, which has been allotted by a apex court, which is the Supreme Court. So now, through reservation, it was very, very clear that the underprivileged sector would get an opportunity through our constitution that they come together, and if they have that talent, if they have that knowledge, and if they have that vision, they can come together and do something for the country. This was the precise goal, so that everyone is treated on an equal level. So now I will speak about the percentages, and there's one more concept which goes hand in hand with reservation. The concept is privatization. So you must be knowing how many companies or how many public sector companies are becoming private during these past 10 to 15 years or 20 years, you can say so. So that percentage versus the percentage of prior to 80 or 90, there's a huge gap there, because when reservation was given prior to 70s and 80s, there was an opportunity for people to go and work for that sector as per their talent. But currently it is not the scenario, because almost more than 60 to 70% of public sector companies, government companies, are converted to private or to semi-private, right? So what does this mean? This means that privatization is done at a much higher level. So what is this doing? By privatization, reservation cannot be utilized in the thought manner in 1949. So I will give you an example of the current Maratha reservation judgment which has come by the Supreme Court. Now in that judgment, it has clearly been stated that we cannot give this reservation for Maratha community. The same reservation policy was passed by the Mumbai High Court, okay, on the same levels. But it is my opinion that I think that whomsoever ministers who were present behind this presentation, who presented this Maratha reservation petition in the High Court and further at Supreme Court, was not in the right way. Because if this petition was presented and passed at High Court level, wherein the High Court has also mentioned that they agree to the report submitted, they accept the report submitted, and there are chances that they might give more than 50% on case-to-case basis, then why was that not passed at Supreme Court level? So the reason can be of presentation, because whenever any person who presents that database in the given way, the result depends on your presentation, how it has reached the whomsoever concerned authority. And in this case, I think it wasn't presented in the right way at the Supreme Court level. Anyways, we welcome the decision of our respected Supreme Court, and I think that reservation will surely be given in coming times. But what is the use of that reservation if you cannot use that reservation in the right way? If there is no opportunity for the people here in India to use the reservation which they have. So what does this mean? This means that we need to look into the privatization concept which is being done by the central government. Because by doing privatization of n number of public sectors, the airports, the engineering firms, the medical companies, the PF sectors, you can say so, right? You have no opportunities left now in this current era. So we should speak for the privatization which is done. For means, is that right? Are we going to get the opportunity by privatization? The answer is no, because only those people will get opportunity who has money, who can give donations. What about the underprivileged sector? They will be getting nothing. You compare the analysis, you compare the database of opportunities around 70s and now in 2020. There is nothing left out. So we should concentrate on privatization first, because if privatization is done on a higher level, reservation has no importance left. Unless we get it, or in spite if we get it also, where will we use it? We cannot use it. Are the future generations, our kids, the coming times, can they use it? They cannot. The answer is no. So we should take care and we should speak for the privatization policies implemented by the government. Right? Our concentration should be there and not on reservation. We will get it. But if privatization happens 100%, there is nothing left out, nothing left with the government. Decisions will be taken by the private companies. Hope you understand the concept. Hence, my opinion is that we should speak about privatization. We should understand that process, why it is done, how it is done, with whom it is done, what is the thought process behind that, and then go in that right path. Because privatization is very important element in terms of reservation. Because if privatization prevails, reservation has no importance. It is just for namesake. सो मला फक्त एवढंच बोलायचं आहे की जितक्या गोष्टी प्रायव्हेटायझेशन होत आहेत, ज्या कंपनी होत आहेत, सध्या आपण बघतोच आहे, LIC होणार आहे, एअर इंडिया आहे, जितके एअरपोर्ट्स वगैरे होत आहेत आणि बाकी जितक्या मेडिकल कंपनीज, हॉस्पिटल्स होत आहेत, ह्या करोनामध्ये पण आपण ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी बघतोय की काय काय होत आहे. प्रायव्हेट हॉस्पिटल्स कशा ट्रीटमेंट्स देत आहेत वगैरे वगैरे. त्यांना कोणाची कदरच नाही आहे. 10-10, 15-15, 20-20 लाख बिलं मारतायत ते आणि गव्हर्नमेंट काहीच बोलत नाहीये, काहीच करत नाहीये, किंवा जेवढं केलंय ते फार कमी आहे. म्हणून माझी एकच विनंती आहे की आपण आधी प्रायव्हेटायझेशन बद्दल सगळं बोललं पाहिजे, केलं पाहिजे, समजलं पाहिजे आणि त्यानंतर रिझर्वेशन हे मिळणारच आपल्याला. आणि रिझर्वेशन जर मिळालं आणि प्रायव्हेटायझेशन 100% होत आहे, मग त्याचा काय उपयोग? मी एक मराठा आहे. मी बहुजन अन्याय अत्याचार निर्मूलन कृती समिती या समितीतर्फे आम्ही भरपूर कामं करतोय. बट ही सगळं कामं करून काय उपयोग जर प्रायव्हेटायझेशन इतकं होतंय तर? म्हणून माझी हीच विनंती आहे की आपण ह्या गोष्टीवर जास्तीत जास्त लक्ष दिलं पाहिजे आणि त्यानंतरच ह्या सगळ्या गोष्टी ज्या विचारांनी आपण करतोय त्या तशा आपण करू शकतो. धन्यवाद.